The settlements of Nor Maragha, Nor Aygestan, Nor Seysulan, Nor Karmiravan, Nor Haykajur, Hovtashen, and Nor Jraberd in Martakert Region of Artsakh also shall pass under Azerbaijani control. The respective statement adds that Aghdam Region will be handed over to the Azerbaijani side by Friday, and according to the Azerbaijani side, the aforesaid settlements as well as the settlement of Akna, Aghdam, are located in Aghdam Region. The residents of 6 villages in Martakert Region, and some of whom had returned to their homes after the ceasefire, were surprised Wednesday by receiving an evacuation order. These residents have until 11 p.m. Thursday to relocate. This has followed the peace deal signed on November the 9th by Armenian Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan, Azerbaijani President Ilham Aliyev, and Russian President Vladimir Putin. The truce calls for the deployment of almost 2,000 Russian peacekeepers to the conflict zone, where Azerbaijan will receive significant territorial concessions from Artsakh, including the strategically important city of Shushi. In the meantime, the Artsakh Defense Army has published a new list of 81 servicemen who died while fighting for their homeland. Thus, the Armenian side's military death toll has exceeded 1,400. Head of the Military Oversight Service at the Ministry of Defense of Armenia, Movses Hakobyan, has submitted a resignation, he told Hraparak.am. According to him, he will explain the reasons for his resignation during his upcoming press conference. Russian President Vladimir Putin has declared that the issue on the handover of Artsakh Shushi to Azerbaijan was never raised until the recent conflict. According to him, the issue emerged during this conflict. Putin added that he did not understand why Prime Minister of Armenia Nikol Pashinyan renounced Azerbaijan's condition for the return of refugees to Shushi. The Russian president noted that on October 19th and the 20th, he had held phone talks with Azerbaijani President Aliyev and Prime Minister Pashinyan, and had managed to convince Aliyev that the fighting can be stopped, but his mandatory condition was the return of refugees, including to the city of Shushi. However, Prime Minister Pashinyan had directly told him that this posed a threat to Armenia and Nagorno-Karabakh. The parliamentary opposition, represented by the Bright Armenia and the Prosperous Armenia factions, continues to boycott the National Assembly (NA) sessions. Thus, the National Assembly session on Wednesday started without their participation, as only the MPs of the ruling majority My Step faction were present. The parliamentary opposition believes that the only thing they should debate on in Parliament now should be the matter of resignation of Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan. A group of citizens was protesting Wednesday near the entrance of the National Assembly (NA) of Armenia, and they were demanding that the MPs join them and demand the resignation of Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan. Police have beefed up security at the premises of the National Assembly. The police troops and police officers were patrolling both inside and outside the NA gates since early Wednesday morning. They have brought police vehicles and barbed wire to the parliament grounds. Some of the funds donated to the Highest Annual Armenia Fund have not been spent yet, and some funds have been donated to the Armenian government, said Deputy Prime Minister Mikhail Grigoryan. His remark came during a question and answer session with government officials in Parliament Wednesday, and responding to the question of whether the funds of Highest Annual Armenia Fund served their goal and if the remaining funds were being geared towards the elimination of the consequences of the recent Artsakh war. In this situation, particularly in the initial period, we considered it right to consolidate our efforts and determine the preferences in one center so that the expenditures will be effective. The fund will present the areas for expenditures in detail soon, he said. The Russian Ministry of Foreign Affairs has called the Turkish possible transfer of troops to Azerbaijan as Ankara's sovereign decision. The Turkish parliament on Tuesday approved a presidential decree envisaging the transfer of Turkish servicemen to Azerbaijan for a period of 1 year. In turn, the Russian Deputy Foreign Minister commented on Azerbaijan's refusal to discuss the matter of Artsakh status. According to Andrei Rudenko, Russia hopes that Baku's refusal to discuss a special status for Nagorno-Karabakh will not provoke a new wave of conflict in the region.